All right, we're back. I'm Eva.
I'm Laura.
We're talking about getting back into business with Counter. And part of that is just like remembering all the things that you need to keep track of.
Yes.
And when I started with Beauty Counter back in the day, I remember one of the first things that I did just for like my own brain space was I created a spreadsheet and I had all my clients in there and their contact info in there. And I would try to keep it up to date with when they ordered, whether I had sent a follow up, what products they ordered, those types of things. And very quickly, that was outgrown by just the sheer amount of people who were in my client list, but I still found other ways to keep track. That kind of like shifted and morphed and became something else. However, as we're coming back to business now, I found myself returning to that same idea, especially because I don't know who's going to come back, you know? And right now, it still feels manageable to me to have that spreadsheet. And it is something that I actually really do want to maintain, especially with the way that our dashboard is set up now. I feel like part of the old system, it was easier to see some things all in one place. But for my brain, I like that I can see what people have ordered, whether I've sent a thank you, whether I've sent a follow up, when their loyalty credits expire, all of those things. And so that's something that I told Laura. I was like, I'm going back to that kind of spreadsheet idea. And she was like, let's make one. I was like,
Yeah,
great.
because I love
And
tracking
so,
things.
yeah, yeah. So she made one. Do you want to share your screen and we can kind of talk through it a little bit?
I did make
Um,
one.
So
Okay,
this is
post.
something that you will be able to make a copy of if you so choose. Um, Sorry if it sounds like there's elephants in my house. I have children running amok.
We actually
Um,
can't hear it. At least I can't hear it.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, there's the name of the client, their email, their order date, which obviously, like the next time they place an order, you would just shift that date out, shift the order amount out if you wanted.
Ooh,
Um,
I would just add another one for them.
oh, okay. Yeah,
So
to see
that,
how often they're placing them.
yep. And so then you'll be able to search through and like if I just wanted to see what things that one person bought, I would get a list of all, and then you could also tally up how much they had spent that year. So I would
Yeah.
keep a running list and then you might need to update a couple of the things before. So, but hopefully you've already sent the thank you for that order. So this next one will be send the thank you for the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. We could do it that way as well. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You can see the products that they ordered. The reason that I like this is because, and I feel like, again, like this can get hard to track if you don't have it someplace. But seeing, for example, that someone has purchased a bunch of Counterglow stuff, or maybe they've only purchased one or two Counterglow things, and then you know that you can recommend the other Counterglow things to them to round out their routine. Or seeing that they really like Dew Skin, maybe they need a full body sunscreen or whatever it might be. It just gives you a place to be able to make different recommendations. Um, and also, it helps you be able to follow up with them and say, hey, like, how are you liking that cleanser? Follow up is huge because most of the time people are not going to come to you and say, like, I really hated that. I mean, sometimes maybe they will, but for the most part, people don't. They just kind of like deal with it or return it on their own. So I think giving them the opportunity to say, I really, really love it, or I don't actually love it. Do you have another recommendation? Or you can just give them another recommendation.
Hmm.
So yeah, we have like a little thank you tracker. The when you want to follow up with them for like a month or two from their order. Did you send that follow up to see how they were liking things? And then this go around, their loyalty, their loyalty credits expire within a year. So it's a pretty lax time frame, but still, most people will probably use it before then. But if they don't, it's nice to be able to have that. Also, it accumulates. So it might be that people haven't used it, but they just have like a huge chunk of change sitting there that they like totally forgot about. So
Yeah, and
Um,
we don't know yet if the tracker's gonna, you know how it used to like as long as you made a purchase then you could keep building. I'm guessing that's not gonna
yeah,
happen this time, but we don't know yet. So you're gonna want to just look and see that they don't have money sitting there that they don't know. And people appreciate that reach out forever, right? So
yeah.
if you aren't a spreadsheet person, I love you anyway. But in each column, you can sort A to Z. And so that would be another way that you would be able to end up putting everybody together. Um, but then also next to each column, this is this sort of upside down triangle. That's where it's going to let you sort, but you can also search. So if you know their email, and maybe you forgot their last name, or some people have weird emails that don't connect to their last names. Anyway, so you can sort absolutely everything. So you can sort who you haven't finished a thank you for, right? So you can see Eva, I need to thank you. Um, and you can also
I'm
then,
here.
I'm here. Did you like I listed everybody as double names. And then anyway, that's just me being goofy. But then if you're also, let's say we're about to bust into August and I want to see who I need to thank in August, here's my people, right? So make changes, do it as you will. If you want to make sure that you have a way to look at every single individual product, you're gonna want to make sure that they're each in a line. Oop, undo, undo. Sorry, it didn't copy. It, there we go. So in that way, when you go to sort, and I don't know, it depends on how tech savvy you are. I think it's going to end up being helpful to be able to look at everybody that bought Dewskin so that when we get some of those gift with purchase promos, you can move those people out. Um, but that way, once you do that, you have to like do some merging so that this line is still connected to that person. So you would want to go through and merge these and merge these and merge these and merge these, right? So that
Mm.
this line comes up. So when you're like, I want to know who bought Counter Time AM, there's Sarah. Was that the product? Okay, great.
Mm.
Okay. So, the link will be below. Do with this what you will, make changes. If you have questions, ask me or ask the internet. I think even if this is something that you update once a month for the next 6 months, you'll be able to get a good feel for if it's helpful, right? So if the last week of the month you look at it and you look to make sure you followed up and sent thank yous like you were supposed to, then you will be all sorts of set. Happy tracking!
Yep. Woohoo!